Everyone wants to leave a legacy of positivity in the world around them. Whether you are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, a nonprofit executive director, or even a soon-to-be entrepreneur, one fact is always true. The easiest and most effective way to catalyze change in the world around you is through commerce and through business. But how do you do it? You've come to the right place. Welcome to the Changemakers Collective, a place where people can come and get educated and encouraged and empowered to be the impact agent in the world around them. Brought to you by Silverback Ventures, Steff Thomas and Scott Woods have over 50 years combined experience helping companies and owners amplify the voice and multiply the impact of purpose-driven businesses. Join us each week as we discuss what it means to live a life of purpose on purpose.
Welcome back. This is Silverback Ventures. We are so silly sometimes.
Yes, we totally are silly. I'm Scott. That's Steff. We're going crazy. Yeah, we're going crazy. You know why? Because we genuinely have a really fun time doing this.
Absolutely.
And we're going to talk about some stuff today where we did stupid things early on, and it's going to be fun. It's almost like a blooper reel of Silverback Ventures.
I love blooper reel, and that means I get to laugh a lot and interrupt a lot because I'm little sister interrupt us.
So you will hear some stuff that I think will be helpful
right
for those of you who are kind of thinking about starting a business or thinking about taking your business to the next level, or just want to know how stupid we are sometimes.
Right. Just to kind of give a baseline.
Yeah, go for it.
You and I, who are brilliant.
Clearly.
Yes. We're just going to do this cohort. It was solid. We knew that tons of people were going to show up.
Yeah.
We
So
were
go back even further. Even further. We met at a client of mine, and I kind of said to Steff, look, we kind of think the same way.
Right?
We ought to combine our superpowers and turn this into a company, because clearly, if we build it, they will come.
Ironically, the first thing I said was, hey, I need to know what your values are.
Yes. Yes. See our last episode.
How solid is your marriage? Because I'm married, and we just don't want any confusion. And what's your belief system?
Yeah, definitely want to make sure our spouses are on team. But we really sat down and said, we think we've been to some workshops and we both participated in some trainings that were really impactful, that we said, hey, look, this could be an easy way to impact one to many.
Right.
We're going to host a workshop. We're going to talk about vision casting, all the stuff that we're super passionate about.
Right. And this wasn't like a money grab, right? This is
no.
We want to impart our wisdom and knowledge on the people. A lot of people at the same time.
This is why it was an epic fail, because we were just like, we're brilliant and everybody needs to hear from us. Even though nobody had heard of who we are.
Right.
So we rolled out this workshop thing. We built a website. We had all these trainings ready to go. We created the first one, set up an online portal for people to sign up and pay, and it was very, very, very inexpensive.
Yes. And people called and asked questions.
And asked about it, and nobody signed up.
Nobody paid.
And we both sat down and we were like,
what
clearly,
happened?
They just don't recognize how smart we are.
So ironically, we met a digital marketing agency, Novice Studios.
Yep.
And she said, dude, nobody knows y'all.
This, which was a kick in the butt, right?
Like,
both of us have been in this area in professional capacity for, I think I moved here in 2005, so this will be the 20th year I'm down here, and you've been down here even longer than that.
Since 2003.
Yeah, so 22 years from you, 20 years from me. Like, we have a pretty good network of people that
longevity roots in the
us.
community.
And prior to us working together, I had another consulting agency, so we were working.
Successful.
I was working in that business, and thought I have over 2,000 connections on LinkedIn that I do a pretty good job of knowing. So I'm like, if you build it, you
actually know the people.
They will come.
Cool, right?
And we built it, and nobody showed up. Why did that fail?
So I think Kristen with Novice Studios said, let's just have a business confessional and let me ask y'all some
Yes.
hard questions
as to why
Right.
nobody showed up for our brilliance.
Right. Oh, she just said in the background it was Kaylin's idea, who is also very brilliant.
Another brilliant addition to the Novice Studios marketing agency. But I think it is interesting because I had talked about having a podcast for my other business.
Mm-hmm.
So Kristen and I actually met and had a stupid expensive breakfast. We won't name the establishment that charged us like $9 zillion for a thing of eggs. But we both left there going, one, we'll never eat here again. Mm-hmm. Two, there's something about what we're doing, both of our companies individually, that is resonates for our hero target. We're targeting the same people. And I think part of our problem is nobody knows what we're doing and how we're doing it.
Okay, so I just want to unpack some of the things that you said since we're confessing.
Outstanding, the confessional. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So Scott does a really good job in our company of meeting people for breakfast.
I've had 7 coffee meetings in one day at one point. 7 coffee meetings in one day.
Now,
that's a lot of caffeine.
How many of those were with Brian at Rock Hill Coffee?
That was probably before Brian at Rock. That was before Brian had started Rock Hill Coffee, actually.
That's funny.
Yeah, I did that one time and didn't sleep the next day. So I said, that's probably not the best choice.
I mean, no. Okay, let's talk about that, right? So where are you meeting? Who's paying? Do you know what the bill is going to look like if you are paying? Because if you are meeting someone to, launch your business or talk about your business, a lot of times you're the one that's going to pay for the meal.
And I'm almost hesitant to say this. Nobody pays and they come with me. Nobody.
Well,
I pay always. I pay always.
I'm aware.
That's just a thing of mine, and maybe that's a
you thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's just a thing.
And I tend to, and again, so this is where Scott and I have great conversations around that, because if they're inviting us to the table, they need to pay. But you always offer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
It's either I'm organizing the meeting to solicit business for us, in which time I'm going to pay, or somebody's reaching out to us and asking for help, and I'm going to pay because we're going to end up charging. Yeah. I mean, that's just a me thing. But I think to your point earlier, understanding how to develop new business contacts is something that has kind of organically happened over the years that we thought was going to be enough to get some brand awareness in the general community.
Okay, but let's tell the truth. So you owned a business. So you had been an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Your business partner, who he jokingly said maybe this is one of the things he should have reconsidered, but it's not, because I'm awesome for him. Okay, you had said, I came from a 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of contacts. I brought 0. Mm-hmm. You were accustomed to going to breakfast, lunch, socializing, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Your initial words to me were, I really don't like people much. And I was like, wow, I probably should have found that out before I signed the agreement.
Actually, I do like people a lot. Like, I'm totally a people person.
But you're very much the
operational
side.
You're
very much a producer and a business developer second.
Right.
Now that has changed over the last several years.
Well, that's because I came out of being so that's a thing, right? So if you are a business fail mindset, and that's kind of what we're talking, like what could set you up for failure, or what could we do different? Mm-hmm. Well, as a 9 to 5 employee, my mindset really had to change to being highly relational up front. So let me explain that a little bit. Anybody I'm around, I know about your kid, I know about your dog, I'm asking about your little snotty nose, all the stuff. I'm asking all the stuff. However,
thank you for not asking adults that question, but keep going. Yes.
However, that didn't translate when, hey, Steff, we need to go meet somebody. What do you mean I got to meet somebody? So that it was a mind shift for me.
Yeah. Well, I think going back to the general idea of how to grow your business was where we stumbled a little bit. We thought we were going to have this workshop and it was just going to, we were going to have, I mean, we had the whole plan. We had the workshop. We were going to have
the content,
20, 30 people show up. We were going to get 10 people that are going to want to go deeper. We're going to have 5 people that are be part of a cohort of individuals. And then we'll have one that'll hire us as a consultant.
Independently.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And none of that happened because nobody knew who we were beyond the personal relationships we had. Right. And if they weren't in a position where they owned a business, they were like, yeah, good for you.
Right.
But yeah, I got nothing for you. I'm so
excited. Can you do that for free for
me?
So
when we met with Kristen, she said, look, I'm the marketing expert. Nobody knows who you are. You may have some following, but nobody in the greater beyond your circle of influence knows. And all the people that know you are already doing their thing.
Right.
So
or we've given them a lot of free advice. Because I mean, we
give a lot of free advice.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. Another, just like what happened? So Scott and I agreed on their mission, vision, values. We spent a lot of time not only creating it, but tweaking it. And then someone would ask us for the elevator pitch and I would be like,
Oh, yeah. Our elevator pitch was like, you had to be on the Empire State Building to hear it. It was like 2.5 minutes long. Yes, we did not do a good job of and it's so funny. It's so funny to think about because both of us are relational people.
Yes.
Both of us, well, I could talk all day long. I do a lot of speaking. You know, I talk for a living. I say it all the time.
Right.
But taking that from a pitch down to a 10-second soundbite was really, really hard.
Okay, and here's another thing. So you did that really well. You crafted.
That was not easy.
Okay, but then you used your words.
Yes.
And I do not speak like Scott. So when I try to the elevators.
So instead of using your own words, you would just fumble, mumble over my words.
This is bad.
So again, I think our biggest miss when we started the business was on the marketing and business development side of things.
Right.
We're outstanding at the execution. And once people get inside the Silverback Ventures family, you're going to get value that you're not going to get anyplace else.
Absolutely.
You're not. I can say that with complete confidence. We just didn't do a good job of talking about it so we could get people excited. Right. And our website, as we kind of modified what we were doing, we didn't edit. We did not edit as well as we should. So the website just kind of
grew.
It just got bigger and bigger and bloatier and bloatier. And you went on it and you were like, well, I have no idea what you're doing.
Let's say two things.
Yeah.
The first one is about the elevator pitch.
Yep.
Because you could figure it out on your own. Well, I took a session to teach me how to do the elevator pitch, and then I got up in front of complete and total strangers, and I did it, and I took their feedback, and now I could tell you what Silverback Ventures is in a heartbeat. Okay, so I had to
continue to get some education.
Right.
Yeah.
We have the most spectacular website designer in the world.
I completely agree.
Scarlett's Web is spectacular. We didn't know what we wanted.
Yes,
and bless
that is
her
a
heart,
correct statement.
She tried to give us everything that we wanted, and we didn't want to cut anything out because we just didn't know what that looked like.
We missed the brand identity piece from the very beginning.
Absolutely.
And because of that, we stumbled all over ourselves for probably the first year.
Absolutely.
Where we were like, all right, we need a website. And then we built this website and it got totally complicated and didn't tell our story well. And then we said, oh, well, yeah, we got to do a flyer and we got to do this. And we cobbled it together instead of hiring an expert, as Kristen and Kaylin are at Novice, that can guide us through those things that we don't know. That's probably a Scott thing. I've worked at companies prior as a CFO and a COO where I would constantly be getting invoices from marketing firms and nothing that we were doing as a company was changing.
Okay.
And I could just see this black hole of just money pouring in, and there was nothing coming out. And I'm like, well, forget it. I can do that myself.
Right.
I am not good at marketing.
So okay.
That's a true confessional. I am not good at marketing.
Yes, that is true. However, there is a difference between having a consultant that is a burn and turn.
No, true.
And someone like Novice Studios that partners.
Yes.
So with Novice Studios, we have strategy sessions. We have, hey, this works well.
Clear brand identity. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We have a follow-up. She has partners that also, they come into the fold and they help us. So much like we are consultants, but we are not a turn and burn. We move from you hired us to an us mentality. Yeah. Novice Studios roped us in a partnership.
Well, and what's interesting about that, and this is where we failed, because we are very, very, very selective on who we call a channel partner of ours.
Yes.
Who we are referring people back and forth to.
Yes.
Because we feel very strongly it's our reputation on the line if we referred you to Joe Smith Marketing Agency and they never called you back. Mm-hmm. So we took the time to vet out and find quality people doing amazing work. And then we were referring all our clients to them and not using them ourselves.
Right.
And we just stumbled over that.
Right.
Now we're course correcting and we're doing our things. We're going to have a new edition of our website soon. Where we're actually really trying to hone in on who we are and make it simple. And I will say to all of our listeners, 99 times out of 100, simple is better.
Yes.
Especially when in a soundbite world that we live in, less is more. Less is more. Get to the point people in the right direction, tell them what you do, and then tell them why you do it.
Absolutely.
I had a tendency, and this has changed in my speaking engagements as well, had a tendency to set the table and then provide the dinner. So I would get to the point at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I've now gotten to the point where I lead with the punchline.
Right.
Or lead with dinner and then set the table.
Right.
Because people want to hear what you're doing and how you're doing it, why you're doing it, whatever your message is, lead with that. And then if there's a question around how did you get to that, then you tell the story. It's much punchier, and it's very much a change in the way we speak about the business, the way we speak about various topics as well.
Well, here's another thing that I think is that helps shape who we are, right? So you are a lecturer. You are on the stage lecturing, having conversations.
Yep.
Right? I am a facilitator.
Yes. Yeah. Very different. Very, very different. That's a true statement.
We had to figure out while working together how to, so you and I immediately got really good at, it's probably the best way, of me segueing in to cut down stories, or for you to ask a clarifying question, because as a facilitator, I'm asking a question and moving on, but my question may not have always been relative. In a group setting, it was relative, but not like with clarity. So figuring out how to ebb and flow with each other and being okay, not egotistical, not being afraid to be transparent, not to really soften ourselves.
Which goes back to our core values.
Absolutely.
And goes back to who we are as individuals, and making sure, man, I'm telling you, don't jump into being a business owner and hiring a whole pile of people without knowing who you are and where you want to go, because you'll end up wasting frustrated money and burnt crispy. And we are all, both of us, are all about economy of motion. We want to hit the easy button, and we want to get as quickly and as efficiently to the end goal. And we want our clients to do the same thing. And if you can have clear boundaries and have a clear destination, and then systematize the easy things, your life is much less complicated, which is interesting because we tried to systematize some of our project management, and it became more of a pain in the butt than it was. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So we are talking about a particular product called Asana.
Yes.
And I am a diehard Asana
Yes, you
fan.
are. And it worked well for one of our clients. For several of our clients.
I was going to say it works well for several of the clients, but
so maybe it's
there are some clients who say they want to be systematized but refuse to use the system. So it doesn't work well if you want something and there's no accountability in doing it.
Yeah, it's garbage in, garbage out, as every software system.
Second, when Scott and I started, I'm like, hey, here's Asana, and I love it, and he's like, okay, cool, let's do it. We grossly underestimated how often we would talk in a day.
Yes, that's a true statement.
I did say day.
Yes. No, that's 100% true.
Right.
That's 100% true. We started out and we were gangbusters and putting all the information in there, putting in shared calendars and making sure we understood everything. And then by like week 2, you would call me like, where is this in Asana? I'm like, well, we just talked about it 5 minutes ago.
Dude, you haven't cleared anything in Asana.
I'm not going to type. Like, why should I type it?
Right. Okay. So don't spend. Okay. And then.
Oh, yes. And then go ahead. Tell the story. Tell the story, because this still makes me angry.
I know. I'm sorry. So, okay, we're using Asana, and it has layers of things. And seriously, I'm using this with several clients, and I'm using all the layers. And Scott and I could be using the layers. And I mean, it's just great. But again, Scott and I are talking multiple times a day.
Yep.
So I forgot to downgrade a very expensive upgrade, and we could not recoup the money. And it was not their fault. It was mine.
No.
And Scott was not happy with me. So, I mean,
and I was not happy with the software.
I know.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right. And they let me cancel it.
But they didn't give us our money back.
Yeah. And they did downgrade us. So that's the only FYI Asana. But that was a learning opportunity, right? So Scott and I, although we are very frugal with our money, we talk about what we're spending and what we're not spending. We even talk about who we can't say that we want to help the community and not pour into the community. Yep. So we have conversations around who we're gonna give money to as an annual giving.
Yep.
But you can make mistakes in your company even with your heart in the right place.
100%.
And it's okay to be like, "Oh, Scott, I messed that up."
And I think that's where we work well together, in that we're having those conversations.
Right.
If either one of us screws something up, both of us are very quick to go,
okay.
This I totally screwed up. I did something wrong.
We are a group of grace.
And I think we come at our business from a position of
honesty.
And it's just who we are. We started this business to be encouragers and empowerers for people that want to live a life of purpose on purpose. And we want to amplify and multiply what people are doing, because we know we can't solve all the world's problems.
Right.
And there are people that are doing it well that just need some help. And we want to be that part. So if we're going to be humble enough to say what we want to do is to help others, it is incumbent upon us to run our business in the most efficient and effective way. And when we do make mistakes, talk about it and say, hey, you know what? We shouldn't have done that. Right. We should have spent more time with our marketing firm to get our branding down right, so that we knew how we were going to show up in the marketplace, so we could help more people.
Two things, and then we're going to not tell any more of our bloopers on this episode.
More bloopers to come for sure.
One thing is, we can't say that we're encouraging people and then not encourage each other. So when we make a mistake, I mean, hey, like, let's just not do that again. But
yes,
like, it's okay. Another big thing is, we show up how we say that we show up, not only in the workspace, but with each other.
True.
So I have bad days. You have bad days. I may not read an email. I may miss a meeting. I don't know.
You don't miss meetings. You don't read emails, but you don't miss meetings.
All new clients, I will read your emails.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Clients
sure
I
you
read.
email me.
It's Scott that I just don't read.
That's why you have our cell numbers because, it's much easier.
But it's okay that we mess up. And really our environment, and it's okay for people to laugh at themselves. What's not okay is not to learn from.
Oh, that's 100% true.
And
that's 100% true.
Even if you've been in business for 10 years, you should be reflecting back the year before, 2 years before, and figuring out what you've learned so that you can grow on it.
Yeah, and I think that's a often missed element of leadership is being humble enough to show up as you are with your faults. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to do everything the right way. Nobody's going to always make the right decision. You as a leader, your job, as I've said this before, is to set a clear vision, set clear expectations, and then inspect what you expect.
Exactly.
But that's for you as well as for your company. And if you're not humble enough to say, yeah, we went right when everybody and everything from our mission, vision, and values told us to go left. I chose to go right
in Albuquerque.
I need to be able to say that's on me.
I messed that up. I did that.
That's on me. And I want to make sure as the leader that I set up additional boundaries for myself, because at the end of the day, especially if you're running a smaller business, you're very often the only one making decisions.
Right.
And there's a tension with how much to share with your staff, because you don't want to freak them out if you're struggling, whatever. But you have to have the core group of truth tellers that are going to be able to say, Scott, I don't think you want to go that way.
Right.
I think you want to go this way. So being humble enough to say, yeah, I screwed that up. This is the result of what I screwed up. This is how I think we should fix it. And then help me to make better decisions next time. Go to the staff, go to your senior leadership team and say, how do we not do this? How do you guys need to have more permission to say something? What am I doing that's keeping you from speaking up and saying, hey, we should go left?
Do I have psychological safety?
Yes.
Am I creating an environment with psychological safety? And then when we have those things, can the team really say the emperor has no clothes on?
Yeah. I mean, you and I have that conversation all the time.
Absolutely.
We are very candid with each other. And I'll be like, look, you ain't reading your emails. What is your problem right now?
Sorry. Okay.
And you'll say, look, dude, shut up. Leave me alone.
Right,
I've already got it.
I got this. So as you continue to live a life of purpose on purpose, make sure to like and subscribe us.
Because otherwise you won't get any more bloopers.
Oh, and your bloopers are hilarious.
Who doesn't want to hear bloopers? So come and check us out and subscribe to our podcast and hit us up if you need some help. We want to see amazing people doing amazing things, be able to change the world.
I'm going to need one of the next bloopers is for you to not say hit us up.
Okay. Who knew that was a thing?
I'm just kidding.
Please dial us on your cellular device or send us an email at scott@silverbackventures.org. Thank you very much. See you, everybody. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to the Changemakers Collective. If you've enjoyed this episode, please help us grow our community by leaving us a review on Apple Podcast or rating us on Spotify.
You can also find our podcast on YouTube, so you can come and leave us a comment over there as well. If you want support growing your business and scaling your vision, visit us at silverbackventures.org or connect with us on LinkedIn.
Thanks again, and we'll see you on our next episode.